who've been kidnapped. How did you survive? I was 12 when it happened. Mom was supposed to pick me up from school, but her car broke down. It was only 5 blocks home and I'd walked it before, so I said I'd just walk. Big mistake. I was maybe 2 blocks away when this black SUV pulled up next to me. Guy rolled down the window wearing a UPS uniform. He looked normal enough. Hey kid, your mom asked me to come get you. Her car's in the shop. I hesitated. Mom always told me never to get in cars with strangers, but then he said her name. Marie sent me. She's waiting at home. That made me relax. How would he know her name if she didn't send him? So I got in. The second those doors locked, I knew I screwed up. His whole face changed, went from friendly delivery guy to something cold and scary. Instead of turning toward my house, he drove straight past my street, past the whole neighborhood. Where are we going? I asked. He didn't answer, just kept driving. My stomach started doing flips. I asked again, still nothing. The radio was playing some country song, but he turned it off. Now it was just silent except for the engine and my heart pounding so loud I thought he could hear it. We drove for what felt like hours. I saw signs for towns I'd never heard of. The sun was getting lower and I was getting more scared. I kept thinking about Mom coming home to an empty house, wondering where I was. Finally, we stopped at this rundown gas station in the middle of nowhere. Place looked like it hadn't been updated since the 80s. The guy got out and locked the doors from the outside with his key fob. Don't even think about it, he said through the window, then walked into the little store. I was alone for the first time since this started. No phone, obviously. Nobody around except for one car at the far pump. But then I noticed something. There was this old vending machine right outside my window. I remembered something from a movie or maybe a TV show about vending machines having cameras, and they take dollar bills. I didn't have any money, but I started looking around the car for anything that looked like cash. In the glove compartment, there were a bunch of receipts. I grabbed one, flipped it over, and wrote on the back with a pen I found. Help me. I've been kidnapped. Call police. I folded it up to look like a dollar bill and somehow managed to crack the window just enough to reach the vending machine. I shoved the note into the bill slot and pressed random buttons like I was buying something. The machine didn't give me anything, obviously, but I hoped the camera caught it. I hoped someone would find it. I hoped it would matter. The guy came back a few minutes later with a bag of chips and an energy drink. He didn't notice anything different. We got back on the road and I tried to memorize every sign, every exit, anything that might help. It was getting dark when I saw the flashing lights behind us. At first it was just one cop car, then 2, then suddenly we were surrounded. The guy slammed on the brakes and just sat there for a second, looking in his mirrors. Stay down, he said, but I was already scrunched up in the seat. Everything happened really fast after that. Cops had their guns out, shouting at him to get out of the car. He put his hands up and they dragged him out. One of the officers came to my window and asked if I was okay. I was crying so hard I could barely talk, but I managed to nod. Later at the police station while we waited for Mom, one of the detectives told me what happened. The gas station clerk had been cleaning out the vending machine and found my note. She called it in right away. They matched the SUV's license plate with an Amber Alert that had just gone out. Mom showed up about an hour later and hugged me so tight I thought she might crack my ribs. She kept saying sorry over and over, like it was her fault her car broke down. The detective said if I hadn't thought to use the vending machine, they might not have found me in time.